Hello everyone, I am here in company of Mrs. Magnani. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Mathieu.
She is a well-known teacher here at the University of Mons. Thank you for inviting us to your lecture, Mrs. Magnani.
You're welcome, Mr. Mathieu. You know, it's a pleasure to meet people who are interested in Harlem Renaissance literature. It's quite hard these days to find people who are truly keen on poems and literature, because nowadays young people prefer to watch reality shows or downloading some apps on their iPhones or whatever.
Yeah, you're right. But I think your students are waiting for you.
Yes, I'm sorry. I like to speak a lot when I have the opportunity to share my knowledge on Harlem Renaissance. Sorry.
I understand.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
So girls, as you can see, today's lecture is about CetLCullen and his famous poem Tableau. So first of all, does anyone know who CetLCullen is?
I guess he was a poet.
Yes, exactly. More precisely, he was an Afro-American poet, born in 1903. And do you know why he was considered as a leading figure of the Harlem Renaissance?
I must have written something about Afro-Americans during that time.
Yes, that's it. Here is one of the poems CetLCullen wrote, and it is called Tableau. It represents what Afro-American felt during the Harlem Renaissance period, and it also shows their strong desire for racial harmony and equality. So I would like you to read that poem and tell me what you think about it.
It seems to be about the friendship of two young boys.
Yes.
And one is black and the other one is white.
Exactly. And what are these two boys doing?
They are walking down the street together, and the black people and the white people don't appreciate that they are walking together.
Yes, and why do they not appreciate it?
Because of racial segregation, I guess.
Yes.
During that time, Afro-Americans and Americans didn't like to be seen together.
Yes, and what do the two boys think about that?
They seem not to care about what anyone is saying.
Yes, indeed, Kathleen. So in the first reading, you can see that that poem shows the concept of friendship and the idea that friendship has no racial boundaries, because the two boys maintain their friendship despite the criticism about their interracial relationship. Kathleen, can you spot the metaphor that Cullen used in his poem?
I would say black,
Mm-hmm.
and then white, day and night, and maybe dark and fair.
Yes, exactly. That's perfect, Kathleen. Thank you. Now, girls, how do you understand these two notions, golden splendor and saber pride? No idea. Well, Cullen wanted to say that the two boys are quite attractive, you know. There may be more than just friends. So inside the story, there may be another story about homosexuality. But Cullen faced some difficulties in advancing a black homosexual identity. So we'll just stay focused on that notion of racial harmony and equality. Well, time flies so fast, so for next week I would like you to find another poem over Harlem Renaissance. I would like you to do an analysis like we did today, and we'll talk about it last week in class. So thank you, girls, and see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
See you. Bye.
Well, unfortunately, time is up. So thank you, Ms. Magnani,
You're
for this
welcome.
quite fascinating lecture.
Welcome.
Back to you in the studio.